Dun, 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 dun. Co-main event in the heavyweight division. Derrick Lewis against Tuivasa. What?
Yes.
Oh, what a fucking fight this is going to be. This is worth setting your alarm to stay up for. I mean, holy shit, look at this. So Derrick Lewis is the biggest puncher in the heavyweight division. 26-8 with 1 no contest. 21 knockouts. He has got 1 submission. Who knows? Who knows? 21 knockouts out of 26 wins. That is immense. But then you go, well, Tai Tuivasa doesn't have the same kind of experience, but he's on the same trajectory. 14-3 is his record with 13 knockouts. And his 1 win by decision was over Andrei Arlovski, which is a good win to have. A very good 15 minutes of work against a very, very tough individual. Now, of course, Derrick Lewis has the height advantage and the reach advantage, but Tai Tuivasa closes distance so well. And I think he can learn so much from the Mark Hunt fight, because Mark Hunt was all over Derrick Lewis.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
Here comes my theory.
Okay.
Derrick Lewis really doesn't like being tired.
Hates it.
Like, for
Can't
him,
hide it if he's tired.
No. Like, who was it that he was fighting that Herb Dean didn't stop it, so he was like, all right, fine, I'll continue.
Mark Hunt, was it not Mark Hunt?
Yeah.
And he was fucking exhausted.
Yeah, he was like, oh. And then Herb Dean didn't come in, so he was like, all right, fine, I'll keep fighting. But it wasn't like, I got like...
No.
Well, maybe like body hurt or
something. Are you
something?
talking about the JDS fight?
JDS, that's the one. That's the one.
So he got, was it front kicked in the stomach? And he was like folded over, like holding his stomach.
No, that's the one where he was like this, and then he just threw that shot.
Yeah.
Every time I see that, it's so funny. I laughed so much.
Well, it's the same as the Volkov fight, though, isn't it? Like, you can't ever count him out, because there's always that chance that he's going to just fucking wing a shot over the top and take your head off.
But that also buys him a lot of time to recover.
It does.
Right? Because fighters will be like, oh, no, I can't go in because he's dangerous. And at the same time, he's like, oh, I'm so glad they're not coming in. I'm so tired.
Yeah, but that's the thing. There's a point, right? There's a point where it goes from him being, okay, like in the JDS fight, although Cyril Gane fight would be a good example as well. It starts off with him being not fatigued.
Yeah.
He's ready to go. He's happy to fight. He's walking forward. And there's this danger that he's going to knock you out, right?
Yeah, when he swings.
Then he tries to swing a few times and he misses, and then he starts to get a little bit tired. So now he's not quite as aggressive, and now he starts to move back a little bit. You can't walk him down then because he's still just as lethal, but now he's not moving forward and being lethal. Now he's waiting to be lethal, right?
Yeah.
Then there's the point where he's got his hands on his hips and he's fucked. And even in the situations where he is swinging at his opponents, like, you can see it coming. And why is it when he gets tired does he decide he's going to start doing flying knees?
Yo, but they're
like,
good.
Why is that?
It's like he almost...
I'm not saying they're not good, but it's just a bad choice of energy. Like, a flying knee costs you 5 credits of energy. An overhand costs you 2 credits of energy. So you throw 2 overhands instead of a flying knee. Like, high kicks, you don't need high kicks. You don't need any of that shit against Tai Tuivasa.
He turns into Chris Barnett.
Chris.
Right?
Maybe Chris
the
Barnett's
Beast Boy.
his spirit animal.
Yeah. When he's really tired, he pulls a Chris Barnett out, switch spins or something.
Yeah, and then
he's
exhausts
like,
himself even more.
That made me want to puke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as soon as you get that, as soon as his hands go on his hips, you're like, okay, that's it.
Okay.
As soon as he starts walking away from his opponent, like he's just eating a full lasagna, and he doesn't think he can get to the end of the fight without puking.
Where was it? I saw like a picture. Oh, it was a little bit sad because it was a coach that passed away, but he had posted a picture of Derrick Lewis, who had just had like a bunch of like chicken, like a bunch of fried chicken and a rack of ribs right before stepping out and fighting.
I heard about that. He's just an anomaly, isn't he? He's just an anomaly. But then again, like, you look at Tai Tuivasa, and I would say he's kind of a similar type of anomaly. He doesn't have the same experience, but he is, I would say, a slightly more polished striker. You know, he trained with Mark Hunt. Mm-hmm. He's got good power as well as good striking skills. I think he's got a better game face than Derrick Lewis. I don't think you'll see if Tai Tuivasa's hurt or tired quite as much as you would Derrick Lewis. And I also think Ty's, he's on his way up. He's on a good trajectory. I think this is a big opportunity for him. This is a really good opportunity for him. I mean, I've done a war room on this and the main event, so you can check them both out. But I think Tai Tuivasa might have a good opportunity here to really cause an upset, because I think most people are expecting Derrick Lewis to come away with the win.
Yeah.
I think Tai might do him.
Okay, but all right, think about this. The time Derrick Lewis has lost and has been more tired is because he knows he's fighting 5 rounds.
Okay.
So that mentally, automatically, when you're tired and you're just exhausted and you think, I have 3 or 4 more rounds to go, that makes you way more tired.
Okay. but these last 3 fights have all ended before the 4th round.
Yeah, but that doesn't...
Gam stopped him in the 3rd.
Yeah, because he's already thinking about how tired he's going to be.
But he was gassed to fuck against JDS as well. I'm just saying that I think Tai Tuivasa can tease him and poke him enough to make him swing and miss. And I also think Tai takes a hell of a shot. So even if he does get clipped occasionally, I think he might be all right. And I know, of course, that is a big ask against Derrick Lewis.
21 wins by
knockout. 21 out of 26 wins. Hang on.
Yeah, that's a good
26 wins.
Percentage.
It is a good percentage, but 13 out of 14.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. So then double that. So 28 wins for Tai Tuivasa would give him 26 knockouts. I mean, I'm not saying that kind of maths works, but I'm just saying his power is comparable. I'm also saying that I have seen Tai Tuivasa lose, but I haven't seen him hurt. I've seen Derrick Lewis tired, and I've seen him hurt.
Okay. But I go back to my theory that...
What? You've got a theory?
Okay, just like how his game face kind of goes out the window at all times. When you think, oh, it's only 2 more minutes left, come on, let's go. Like, when you're tired and you're sprinting, or you have something... When you have a shorter amount of time left, you're also more likely to, push on.
There's never an activity where Derrick Lewis thinks to himself, there's only 2 minutes left. 2 minutes in Derrick Lewis's world is a fucking long time. Even if all you have to do is stand up. That's a long time.
Well, he's beating people who are better than him.
Yeah, no.
Curtis Blade, technically, I think is better than him.
Yeah. Derrick Lewis, he is. He is for sure. Curtis Blade should be able to out-wrestle him. Curtis Blade should be able to out-wrestle Tai Tuivasa. But the point of difference is that both of these guys are going to want to strike. I don't think either of them are going to want to try and take the other one down. Because Derrick Lewis is not going to want to waste that kind of energy. Tai Tuivasa is good enough to scramble to keep on his feet. I think this is going to be if anything, Ty's going to use the clinch and he's going to tie him up against the fence and he's going to beat him up at close range so he stifles his power.
Yeah.
But even at close range, what he did to Daukus, those 2 short hooks.
Oh, just the way he grabs you.
Just boom, boom, and Daukus is... Oh, man. And I picked Daukus for that one as well, didn't I, Jamie?
Well, what did you describe this fight as?
It's a barbecue fight. It is a barbecue fight, isn't it? It's an argument over a parking space at a barbecue fight. For sure. Because both of them have got a truck that's fucking way too big for any human being to need. Unless you tow in the Titanic to the sea, you don't need a fucking truck that big. Although having said that, Derrick Lewis did rescue a bunch of people, didn't he, with his truck? Anyway, what's your pick? What's your pick?
Derrick Lewis.
Of course you're picking Derrick Lewis. I'm going to pick Tai Tuivasa.
Plus, I want to see the post-fight interview with him. My balls was hot.
You see him take his cup out in his last fight and throw it into the crowd. Brilliant. Fucking hell. It's either someone's going to get hit in the head with Derrick Lewis's cup or someone's going to get a fucking wet shoe from Tai Tuivasa. Either way, we just don't need the main event.
Every time I see that, I'm just like...
Yeah, I wouldn't drink beer out of my own shoe, let alone somebody else's.
I wouldn't even drink beer. That itself is nasty.